So usually talks about other evaluations are boring. I mean, for crying out loud, we've been sitting here through this entire evaluation, and now what we're going to do is we're going to have somebody read us a list of tasks and the other evaluation, but we already know about evaluation. I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to try to tell you what's interesting about this other evaluation. So this evaluation is NTCIR, and it's organized by the ISI of Japan, which they call NII, because they can't spell in Japan. So it's the National Institute of Informatics. There's the website. And the first interesting thing, well, okay, the 0th interesting thing is that they write all the names in Japanese characters, including mine. But the first interesting thing to notice is that the organizers are arranged in 2 groups. So there is old guys, which they call general chairs because it sounds like we're very wise or something, and young guys that they call the program committee. And what the old guys are responsible for doing is getting out of the way of the young guys so they can do it. So the deal is the young guys get to go anywhere in the world and talk about NTCIR if they want to, and if they don't want to, the old guys do it. So anyhow, that's how I got here. And seriously, we should think about that. At some point, we're going to have to change the guard and develop a next generation. And when you do, here's the model, right? So probably not time for that yet. You old guys are still young, but you old guys are a bit old. Okay, so the next thing I want to tell you about is IR Week Plus. Now, it's not actually called IR Week Plus, but that's what it's become. So it used to be NTCIR. But now it's NTCIR, and the thing that happens before it, and the thing that happens after it. And so we've been talking a little bit about maybe we could find some way here of doing IR Plus. Well, NTCIR Plus is happening, right? And so the workshop at EVIA is a peer-reviewed workshop on evaluation. Just as Clay copied the EVIA people, and they take peer-reviewed papers on evaluation. So here's EVIA. Then there's, or maybe EVIA copied Clay, I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. Anyway, then NTCIR, which is a very fire-like thing. And then first Asian Summer School on Information Access, which is going to be in Scuba. Took me 3 years to be able to pronounce that correctly. Not Scuba. Scuba University, like scuba diving, which is near Tokyo. And so you can read about all that there. Okay, so come to Japan for that. Now, 5 things to remember about NTCIR. One is, it's East Asian. It used to be Asian, right? I mean, there was the European and the American and, well, the Asian. But then you guys came along and, you know, we got a map and you're an Asian too. So this is no longer the Asian evaluation in NTCIR, it's the East Asian evaluation. But still they hang out with the people from Southeast Asia too because, well, they've got East in their name. And so you can bid on the Southeast Asians, you can sort of both court them. The second thing is, but it's CJK, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, but because it's in Japan, they call it JCK. Come on, guys, work with me. Okay, the second thing is, Noriko is the only one of the 3 grand dames of information retrieval evaluation. The first 3 evaluations are all started by women, who isn't a computer scientist. She is an information scientist, as in the librarian sense, library information science, and she thinks that the purpose is to get the information that the user needs to the user, and if you have to use a computer to do it, that's fine. And so very much in keeping with our last speaker. And so NTCIR has a little bit of a HCIR-ish flavor. Right? Okay. The best word from NTCIR, I mean, they had to work at this, right? This isn't even in Webster's dictionary, right? I don't even think it's in the Oxford English Dictionary. It is a sesquiannual evaluation, right? It it turns out it's on the web. And it means every 18 months. So, we have fire every 12 months, and well, then we have it every 24 months, and then we have it every 22 months.